I never thought that I would be here reviewing this figure or talking about this movie in any sort of positive way. And yet, here we are. Yes, welcome back. Today we are looking at another NECA figure. Today it is the Halloween Resurrection. Ultimate Michael Myers Evil finds its way home. And this found its way to my local Walmart. And yeah, I got it. We'll go into that later, maybe. But for right now, here he is with the previously looked at H2O Michael. You might notice some similarities, probably because it's a similar body. And then here he is with the Marvel Select Spider-Man, of course. He's quite a bit taller than that. And as far as how tall he actually is, why don't we find out together? So, he stands, let's say, just about 7 3/4 inches. And that will translate to, let's say, about 19.5 centimeters, give or take. So, yeah. Say what you will about the movie. I know a lot of people have, and I used to have a lot of problems with the movie. I've actually since come around to it. If y'all want me to do a video talking about Halloween Resurrection specifically, I guess I could do that. But regardless, today we're looking at the figure, so it looks good. The face sculpt looks accurate to the movie. I mean, it's not the best mask, but it is a faithful adaptation of what it looks like, and we'll talk about the alternate head later, of course. The eyes look good. You can see his skin underneath, as well as looks like a black shirt, which is interesting because with the H2O one, it was also a black one type thing. But yeah, with this one, it's a lot darker of a color. Like, this is like a really dark gray. It almost looks black in some shots, which is accurate to the movie, and it looks good on the figure, too. Same kind of wrinkles and details and pockets. I do like the detail of, like, the one small pocket on the left side there, and then the coveralls being really baggy and all of that. I think it looks good. I like the little creases and wrinkles and all of that. The hands look good. They look nice and like he's ready to come after you. The shoes look good. I like the black shoes and the laces on there. It looks really good. And that's about it. I mean, when it comes to Michael Myers, I mean, there's not really much to talk about in terms of what he looks like. It's basically just a guy with a white mask and a jumpsuit, and that's it. So yeah, I mean, they conveyed that really well, but I really like the silhouette and the dark colors. I think it works really well. As far as articulation goes, his head can look up a pretty, decently enough, I guess. I mean, he can't look all the way up, but I think that's high enough. He can look down pretty good amount. He can, of course, turn side to side. He can pivot and all of that. Of course, he can do the head tilts because, of course, he should do that. The arms can go out comfortably about that far, which I think is pretty good. They can, of course, rotate around. You do get the NECA style double-jointed elbow, which gives you about that much range. I think that's pretty good, but the interesting thing about these is that it has a swivel here, and it also has a swivel on the lower side, so you can kind of swivel it in two different directions. I think that's why they make it the way that they do. There's a swivel and a hinge for the hands. For the torso, now the torso doesn't have much going for it. That was one thing that I said with the Art the Clown video. If you didn't see my review of Art the Clown, I basically talked about how it had a really soft body, and I was like, well, this should be what they do going forward. Well, I haven't quite done that yet. He has very little range at all with the torso there, so do be aware of that. Though, like I said, he's not too acrobatic of a guy, so I think that's fine. Legs can go forward, they can go back, and of course, because this is Michael Myers, we have to test, can he do the setup thing? And I would say that he kind of can. I mean, that's about as much of a setup he can do comfortably. So there we go. He does have a glass swivel, which is pretty good. You get a single jointed knee, which gives you some good range. You do get a swivel there. Then for the ankles, they can go back a little bit, they can go forward a little bit, and they can pivot. And yeah, that's about it. However, that's not it for the figure, because of course this is a NECA release, so it has to come with a ton of stuff, whether people particularly care for the movie or not. So he does have an alternate head if y'all remember at the end of the movie, he gets kind of burned up, and then he wakes up with the really burned mask. So it looks really good from the back, and then from the front there, it looks really accurate, and his eyes are there. They're just really hard to see. But yeah, he does have the eye detail there, so that's really cool. So you can, of course, swap that out if you want him to look like how he does at the end of the movie. Something that I also think is interesting is this jack-o'-lantern piece. So it's a pumpkin. It looks pretty good, and it's got this really warped face there, which I think is really cool. And if you flip it around, you actually get a more normal looking one. So you can choose which one you want it to look like, or if you have it like this, you can kind of pretend that it's just a regular pumpkin, though you do kind of get the details on either side. I like this really messed up one. I think that's kind of fun. Speaking of messed up, we do get a little doll, and the doll looks really nice and small and cute and all of that until you look at the fact that it has nails in its eyes. So yeah, that's kind of fun. But I do like the flowery like shirt type detail there. Nice black hair. I think it looks cool. It's just yeah, the nails are a little bit creepy, but I guess that's kind of the point. And then we do also get this little tripod here, so it looks good. It makes sense to have this included given the movie, and probably one of the most well-known kills from the movie is when Michael, stabs the guy with this. So you get the nice bloody tip there. You get some blood all along with this. And then the camera itself, it looks good. I like the detail there with the blue and all of that. And I do also like the cord here. Looks nice. Looks like it would plug into something. And it can turn up and down like this. And that's all it does. It doesn't turn, and these legs do not open up, which I think is a bit of a shame. I kind of would have liked that, but regardless, just telling it like it is, these don't do anything. So do be aware of that. He does have some alternate hands, of course, so he does have two just kind of relaxed, like gesturing hands. He does have another right hand that's kind of a wider grip. Then he has a knife holding hand for both sides, and then he does have two other gripping hands. So there we go. He's got some options there. And what is he going to be gripping? Well, he has some options with that as well. He does have this bread cutter, so I think that looks really nice. Bread slicer, whatever you want to call it. It looks good. I like the brown handle there. Then he does have a kitchen knife with a same kind of brown handle, and it looks nice and clean and simple and all of that. Then you do get one with a black handle, which is pretty good. Again, it's kind of the same detail. And then he does also have another one that has blood on it. It's also like sharper and all of that. And this one it's kind of hard to notice, but the handles are different from one another. This clean one is slightly darker and also wider than this one. So there we go. But I do like the detail of it being like more jagged and all of that. So of course, any of those can fit into his hand. And then I guess the only thing left to talk about is the box, which I've always, even though I wasn't always a fan of the movie, I was a fan of the artwork. I thought it was kind of cool, and I also like the font. Like, just the way that those words look and the way that they're colored, I think it looks kind of cool. But there you go, you get that. Get the same kind of deal on the side. On the back, you get some product images, as well as all of that. So there we go. Make sure that you have everything. There is the top. Here is the bottom. Shout outs to all of these people. And then we get that, in case that helps anyone. Like I said, I found this at Walmart. And if we open this up, we get a product image. And then my particular box was in rough shape, so it's got like some scuff marks on it. But it still conveys what it's meant to convey. And it's got a nice shot back there. And that's about it. So there we go. I think that just about covers the Halloween Resurrection Michael Myers. And yeah, so I think it's cool. And say what you will about the movie, but I think that this figure is a good release. If maybe you were a fan of the H2O one, but you didn't like how bright the suit is, I'd maybe suggest going with this one. And if you're not a fan of the head sculpt, then maybe swap it out with a different head sculpt from one of the previous Michael Myers figures. But I would say this is worth picking up, unless you are just like, nope, nothing with Resurrection. If that's the case, I totally understand. But I'm going to leave it there. So if you enjoyed this video, do be sure to leave a like. Let me know in the comments what you think of this figure. And You can also let me know if you would be interested in me making a video talking about Halloween Resurrection, because I could definitely do that. If you want to see more content like this, you could definitely subscribe. Check out my other NECA reviews and other stuff. But other than all of that, I do hope you enjoyed. I hope that I'll see you all later. Goodbye.